Go Live with Will Show, featuring guests who are making an impact in the world today, changing lives one person at a time. We work with people all over the world and are passionate in helping others. I'm going to be bringing mentors and coaches in our community of business owners. So, if you're wondering, what's the reason for featuring all these achievers? Well, it's simple. We were inspired to inspire people to get out of their comfort zone and start a business or a side hustle that has the potential of changing their lives and the lives of their family members, because we have tasted the benefits of getting out of our comfort zone, and truly that is where the magic happens. Like the saying goes, nothing will change if we change nothing. This is your year of great change. Let's go.
This business got presented to me in 2018, and that's when the magic happened. Now I am retired. I'm not used to using that word. I'd like to call it, a new phase in my life, because I'm still young, but I'm not working for anyone else but myself.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. This is William from Montreal. If you're visiting my business page for the first time, thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate your time. And I want to say that I am a business owner and a mentor. What I do is I help people who are looking to start a legitimate digital business online. Now, a business that they can call their own, a business they can transfer over to their kids, and it's a business that will take care of them right now, now and in the future. And so today we're going to be having a special guest, like I promised yesterday, who is going to be coming all the way from Canada. Yes, she's going to be sharing her story and her journey and how this business has been a blessing to her. So without further ado, let's bring in our guest for today. Hi, Rosiana. How you doing?
Hey, William. How are you?
I am doing very well. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me here today. And it's a pleasure to be one of your guests.
Awesome. All right, let's get down to business. The first question, can you just introduce yourself to our audience so they know who they're listening to?
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Rosiana. I'm an immigrant from the Philippines, but I've been living here in Toronto, Canada for like 9 years already. So I'm loving the country, and except for the weather. And I'm a mom of a teenage boy, and I work full-time as a production in charge. And at the same time, I am managing my own online business. I've been in this business for over a year already. And yes, and I love what I'm doing.
Awesome. Now, when I asked you to send me your a bio so we can, show to people who they should be expecting to come online in this Go Live. And when I saw your job title as your day's job title, production in charge, I was wondering, what field is that? Can you just share more light on what you do,
Yes, it's a small company, like a big baked goods. So I manage production. I do everything. So most of the time I do everything, all the work, all the from back office to like the front. So
yeah,
it's more on the managing the company itself.
Okay. Wow. So many people, they think that, being an employee, it's not possible for you to, do anything online. After their 9 to 5, that's it. There's no time for, anything at all other than to go home, relax. Probably they have kids, have some, quality time with their kids, and that's it. But hearing what you're doing, it's amazing that you still have, time to still manage your business, and that leads me to my, second question. How did you come across this business? Is it?
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's a very good question. Because you know what, a lot of people think that working online is not possible, right? And I could say that it is really possible. So I came across with this online opportunity a year ago when, unfortunate things happened, like COVID came. So it's
Yeah.
hard. I was looking for something that I could do online without me giving up my full-time job, because I still need to keep my full-time job.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes, so I was looking, I was praying for this. I did This opportunity didn't came like it didn't happen by um, accident. It happened for a reason. I'm here because I have a purpose, and
Yeah.
I have big dreams and goals, not just for myself, but for my family. And
It's true.
my passion is really to help others to succeed in any, like, especially when it comes to our family, because
Yeah.
us Filipinos, we really love to help, not just for our own family, but extended. We have a lot of extended family back
That's
home.
true. That's
So
true.
we that's a tradition, I would say. So yeah, I've been looking for something that I could do and earn extra. And you know what, William? I've been working hard for more than 15 years already, and it's like I'm tired. I want to quit.
Yeah.
I already told to myself that I've done enough, but I could not. I could not quit, because there are lots of priorities in life,
That's
family,
true. That's
everything.
true.
Especially that I have a teenage boy. He's going to university soon, so I have to
Yeah.
save for his university. And
Yeah. That's true.
yes, and my family still needs my help. I've been doing the same things for more than 15 years every day. Nothing really
Wow.
changed. Nothing changed. So
That's true.
I came across with with an ad. I didn't know these people actually. And then it really, like I said, this is it. This is the this is one that I prayed for. This is the solution that I've been looking for. And you know, I didn't know these people personally, but we had this event a few weeks ago. I know I saw it in my post, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I did.
Unbelievable. I met this a couple that where I found an ad. I met this couple, and they are so, like, very down to earth, humble people, and now they're enjoying their life because of this online opportunity. And I can't wait to, experience that what they're experiencing right now. It's really
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
time freedom, the financial freedom. It's really real, surreal.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. It's really true. Before I came to this business, I've been looking for a business. If for those that don't know my story, for over 10 years, a real business, not just all this kind of businesses you start online and tomorrow is shut down, or you know it's not serious. I mean, a real legitimate business that I could call my own. And those were one of the factors that I was looking for in any business. That offers me the time freedom, number one, and financial freedom. Because really, if you look at it, no matter what you're doing in life, as long as you are a human being, you are going to a walk, some kind of work or business or whatever. Deep down, what we are all after, it's not the money. Really, it is not the money. It is what the money can give you. That's what we are all going after. The time freedom you can have to spend quality time with your family members, your kids, spend more time with them, because there are so many parents today, you know, unfortunately, once their maternity or paternity is over, they have to send the child or children to daycare, and people don't like that. Not many people like that. They want to spend more time, see more milestones with their loved ones and so on. So I mean, that's what we are all after. And you rightly said it. Those people, you know, that you came through this business, they're experiencing it, and someday, and I believe not very long from now, definitely you're going to experience it too. As long as you're in this business, you're going to experience it. There's no doubt in my mind, it's possible. It's possible. And I come To my third question, although it's a little bit related to the second question, but what is that one thing amongst the so many things in this business that we stand to achieve? What is that one thing that you really want to get in this business?
Okay. One thing that I really wanted before I joined this business is, you know, time and financial freedom. Because I need to do something else. Because I have lots of bills to pay. I have family, like, I think it's more related already to the second question. Like, I have family to support, I have bills to pay, and I
Yeah,
really, really wanting to have that extra income to supplement my monthly or weekly bills. And this business, it's surprising. It gave me more than what I asked for, more than what I
yeah,
need for. And change, you wanted change. You wanted like something that, like, if you've been doing things, the same things for more than 10 years and really
yeah,
nothing changed, you
yeah,
really
that's
need
true.
to look for something that you like, something that could change that habit, that everyday daily routine that you've been doing, and you're tired. It's depressing,
Yeah,
especially when a lot of things, like, unfortunate things happened in the Philippines a year, 2 years ago. It's a lot of people needs help, and it really, like, it's so painful when you cannot help. It's
yeah,
so depressing
that's true.
when they need help, you could not help,
That's true.
and that is so depressing. And you wanted to help, but your resources limits you to do that.
That's
And yeah,
true.
that's one thing that I really need to change. I need change because I'm
Yeah,
tired. This
that's
the
true.
only thing that I always said every day before joining this business is, I um I'm tired to wake up every morning, especially when you're sick, but you need to go to work. You know that
That's
feeling
true.
that yeah,
That's true.
but you need to go to work because at the end of the month you have bills to pay. And yeah, you're working full time, you earn monthly salary, you will receive your monthly salary, but um, in the exchange of working 9 to 12 hours a day and seven
Wow.
days a week, so you don't have to, you don't have time to spend with your family, with your son.
That's true. That's true.
Yes, so it's
That's
you
true.
have to ask for days off from your boss. You can't have vacation whenever you wanted to. So that's a change that I really looking for before joining this business.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, you make some, important points here. Like, you know, as an immigrant myself, I still have my mom back home, aging, and sometimes I have to call them, and when you call them, there's always something they need help for. You know, if it is not to buy medication, it's to help with one need or the other at home, or maybe a very close friend or a childhood friend that is in a terrible situation, and they know you are in a better country. We call it better country, but they don't know the struggle we have to go through every day, work ourselves off, 9 to 5. Some people working 12 hours, 16 hours for those who are working, who are in the healthcare, system. You know,
Especially during winter seasons, it's really hard.
yes, yes, yes. That's very true. Sometimes in the winter, when my alarm goes off, it's like I say, oh. Now, people, don't get us wrong. We love what we do. It's just that we want something different. Working for 15 years, 20 years, doing the same thing over and over and over again. At some point, you start to get worn out, you know, and you need something different. And not just something different, something that has the potential to change your life, to make a 180, degree. That's what we're talking about. So we like what we do as employees, but we really need a real change, a real change. And I believe that's, while we are here telling people to know that there are better chances to do something legitimate online, not just what people hear, whenever you tell them it's an online business, say, oh, I don't have time, or I've been scammed in the past, I can't do it. There are still legitimate businesses online, and this is one of them that we are introducing you guys to. Yeah. And I come to my fourth question. What, from your experience, having worked so many years, what do you think is required to start a business, whether it's online business or an offline business? I want to hear your take on it. What do you think is the requirement people need to be able to start a business? It could be this one, it could be something else. What's your take on it?
Okay, so what are the requirements to start any online business in today's world? Based on my experience, if you want to start an online business, you have to check the integrity of the company, if it's real or it's legitimate, the legitimacy of the business, and the products. And for us, for me, I'm so proud, and William, for sure, you too. We're so proud that we belong to this community, because we have like the integrity of the company, the respect that we have in our community, and within like how many are we now? It's like 123,000 globally.
Yeah.
Global, and yes, and just the leadership, the support within the community is extraordinary. He would go above and beyond just to help us succeed in the business. And I'm here more than a year already, and I've been helping people to set up and run their own successful business. And I couldn't, if you ask me, if someone will ask me, or if there's any offer from outside, like any other online business, this is the best online business.
Yes.
We are taxable, and there's no experience needed in this business. All you need to do is you're determined to change your life. You're looking for a real change and a real business, because this is real business. If you're looking for a real business, then this is it. Because we are real people getting real results, and we're helping each other to positive people is inside the community, and I couldn't ask for more. That I have a lot of people ask me how to start. I don't have any experience. I don't know how to speak. I'm not fluent in English. I don't know about any computer, technology.
Yeah.
As long as there's no profession, there's no age limit, there's no you don't need any background in any online business. Because me myself, I don't have any background in online business, but as long as you know how to follow step-by-step training, it's video based, you're coachable, then you're good. You will succeed in this business.
Yes. That's very true. Another thing which really brought me into this business after searching for so long, when I came in, I was looking for a business that has some kind of support, because in my previous experiences online, I tried a lot of MLM, and for you to get like a mentorship program or a mastermind, to be part of the mastermind, it's like you need to upgrade, and already you've spent over $2,000 in their package, but with this business, everything is all included. You have the support of the community, you have the support of your mentors and your coaches, you have the mastermind, which we're going to have today, and it's all open to everyone in the community. And like you rightly said, we have all the trainings that is needed for someone to really succeed in this business, and it's all video based. And if there's something you don't understand, you can always reach out to someone, even if that person is not in your time zone. Maybe you are going through your video training, the time zone that everybody is sleeping, and you need to ask questions. There will always be someone in a different time zone to answer your question. That's one thing I really love about this business, that it's global. You can be anywhere, anytime in the world, and you always have the support that you need. In my past experiences, forget about it. If you have any problem, nobody answers you, it takes about 2-3 days. You have to submit a support ticket for someone to reply to your message. It's terrible. But in this business, everything is just your fingertips. You just simply ask, and there will always be someone to help. And the cooperation, the community, the friendship, it's unheard of. Really, it's unheard of. That's why I'm really proud to be in this community.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
really incredible. And the real connection, actually, it's not just about financial, it's the real connection with these real people. Because
Yeah,
I never thought that I could, meet a lot of people from different parts of the world. With how global are we? We have
yeah,
Australia, New Zealand, Europe,
that's true.
and South America, Africa, and whenever you go, like you have people to connect. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
It's
Very true.
amazing. Yeah,
Very
I've
true.
always said this to my business partners that this is not just about money, but this is about building relationships.
Yeah, yeah, really. Rightly said. I want to thank you once again, Rosiana, for being here. But before I let you go, do you have, a word of inspiration to give to my audience, a tip or an advice? The floor is yours.
Okay, so for those who are watching right now or who will be watching, my thought, like all I can say is if you're looking for a real business, real change for your lives, not just for yourself, for the people that you care about, you, the people that you love, please, you can check this out. It is really worth your time. This is if you. I always said to this to myself that based on also on my real experience that if you're not gonna do it right now, there's no other time because there's no such a
Yeah,
thing called perfect time. There's no
that's
such thing
true.
as perfect time.
It's true.
If you're not gonna start right now, then if you will wait for that perfect time, no, never, never a perfect time. So now is the time. Check this out, see it for yourself, and if this business will work for you, then go ahead because this is I always also remind the people who get like I got a lot of inquiries also. I tell them that this is not for everybody. This is only for people who are looking for big change and real business because this is a real
Yeah,
business. I always say this, real business. So we help people succeed, build their own online business and like go succeed and uh, achieve financial and time freedom.
yes.
So, yeah,
Perfect. Perfect. Perfectly and well said. I want to thank you once again for being here with me in this Go Live. I appreciate your time, and I'm going to let you go. And I hope to catch you on maybe 6 months, a year from now, see how things are going in your business.
thank you so much, William. Thank you for having me here, and I'm
You're
so
welcome.
it's my pleasure to share my journey in this in your page. And yes, please check us out if you're curious what we're doing. Connect with William or in any of us here. We're willing to
Yes.
help. And yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.